Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
Oh, I cannot wait to hear the Star-Spangled Banner this morning sung in the dulcet tones of IndyCarTim.
You have to look up the lyrics. I don't know the words.
USA 5-0 beatdown of Canada.
I didn't know we were doing that today. I got to tell the Petermans, I didn't know we were doing that today. I thought we were doing it for the gold medal game.
You were a participant in yesterday's show.
I was
It was clearly stated that you actually clearly stated this, that the loser has to sing the other one's national anthem. And you, my friend, are Canadian loser. So you will be singing.
I'm also a USA winner, though. So see, I can be happy.
Yeah, and I've got this really hard deal where I have to root for Kachuk, the Team USA, instead of Brandon Hagel. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Like, I can't.
John Cooper.
Yeah. Like I'll probably be rooting. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I can't root for Kachuk. I want to root for Coop and Hagel. But it's USA. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a toughie for me. I don't know. Anyway, good morning and welcome to another edition of the JP Peterson Show here. As we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. We don't have any guests today, so it's just me and Tim and you people.
Again.
You people again.
What do you mean, you people?
Yeah. We're going to get down with all kinds of stuff today. All kinds of stuff. First of all, you see this? The tide has turned, Timmy.
Y'all got a big commit.
Tide has turned. Oh, it wasn't just a golf commit. Charlie Woods coming to Florida State. Now, first and foremost, it's a verbal commitment, okay, by a 5-star. Keep that Norvell dude as far away from the golf program as humanly possible. I want him nowhere near a 5-star commit, verbal commitment, because ain't sure as shiz he'll lose that sucker, because that's what he does. So you keep that guy away. And now we have the biggest NIL booster in the history of college sports, Tiger freaking Woods. Hey, Ty,
what are you going to do with all that money?
I get about $62 million in those couch cushions to write a check to get rid of this terrible football coach. Hey, just a little something. Hopefully. That's a biggie, babe. That's a biggie. We'll take that one. Let's close it first. Kind of cool. I guess that's the class of 27. But can you believe that Charlie Woods is going to freaking college?
Yeah, why? Why is he doing that?
To play golf. Certainly not.
Why is he not going to Stanford?
Like his sister, right? I don't know.
I get that. Women can't.
Well, we are the Stanford of the South. We're constantly referred to as the Stanford of the South, Florida State University, as many of you know. So, yeah, it's a biggie. Listen, we haven't had many wins or any wins. It's all been catastrophic since Jordan Travis went down. Just one thing after another. So just let me celebrate. I had to dust this one off to bring it in, just to have a little bit of cheer finally for my Florida State Seminoles. So I'm sure we'll screw this up somehow. That's kind of
most definitely.
Most definitely. But
he's not even there yet.
No, he's not even. He's 2 years away.
Yeah.
We're still trying to celebrate something. Let me celebrate something. So that's why I'm wearing the old FSU gear today. It's, I'm just like picturing Tiger on the sidelines at football games, writing NIL checks.
Not happening.
While our golf team is just there. And he's not even the number one recruit. We got the number one golf recruit in the nation. Also, we got him. And then Charlie, and I'm guessing Charlie might bring a few with him. Might be a few other. So Miles Russell, thank you, Aviation.
Yeah, Miles Russell, yeah.
Is also committed to FSU. So here we go. We are women's soccer, softball, and golf school now. So that's okay. So
football doesn't matter anymore, JP.
It's something. It's a something. Right? I guess that's a something.
Football nobody watches college football anymore.
All right. So without further ado, do I need to stand?
Are we doing this now?
Well, yeah.
You don't want to like tease it until later? All right, I got to look the lyrics up.
All right, I'll give you some time.
I don't care. We can do it
Wait
now.
a minute.
If everybody wants,
you got to look up. You got to look up the lyrics to the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, don't you?
Hell no.
Yeah, because when I watched Naked Gun, the way he sang it, Naked Gun, has screwed me up for life.
Enrico Palazzo.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. You got to look up the words to the stars.
Why? When do I sing it? When
I
do you
forbid
sing
you.
this?
How many times have you heard it? You've covered sports for 100 years. You know, they start every freaking game with it. How do you not know the words?
I've heard every Journey song 1,000 times too, but that doesn't mean I know the words to all of them.
Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
I might rather sing Journey than the Star Spangled Banner.
We should probably make that song the national anthem. It's a lot better.
Well, that's a really long song. That's not all the lyrics. Like more.
You don't have to sing the whole thing. God's sakes, we'll lose the entire audience. All right, we'll see.
I'll
where
sing
this
the
goes.
short version, like the 2 minute. I can probably do it in a minute.
We'll figure it out.
Rick says
FSU is the Sanford and Son of the South. That's right. My bad.
Wow.
Sanford and Son. I get them mixed up sometimes. Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
I'm more concerned with singing because I have a really loud. Anybody that's ever been with me in person knows that I have like a booming voice. Like I don't even need a microphone, and everybody in Tampa could probably hear me right now.
You know who has the loudest voice by far? My buddy Fitz, Scotty Fitz. Scotty Fitz has the most piercing, loudest voice that you will ever hear. So much so, we're sitting at the bar at Cafe Paradiso, and we're just having a chat, watching a ball game, having a lasagna for our appetizer and chicken marsala.
As you always do, lasagna for an app.
It's so good. It's so good. And this lady in the corner goes, I'm sorry. Could your friend use his inside voice, please? Karen went inside voice on him.
Dude.
Karen totally went inside voice.
How often I hear that, especially when I've been drinking after a few beers or vodkas. Dude, my voice just...
Fitzy was like, he's like, oh my God. Like, did she just say that? Did she really?
I've had people
stunned.
JP, I have had people in the office 2 doors down. So not next to me, 2 doors down.
2 doors down.
Come in like later in the day. Hey man, we enjoyed your show today. And I was like, oh, y'all listen? They're like, no, but we can hear you.
So those aren't real bricks behind you? Those are not real bricks?
Oh, no. Those are plastic. Yeah, for sure.
Those are not real bricks.
I hung all those myself.
They wish they were. Yeah, so Team USA with a 5-0 ass whooping on Canada, who were playing without their top player, Marie-Philippe Poulin. So she was not out there. She has sustained a lower body injury, so we don't know if she's going to be able to make it back for the medal round. But
how weird they came out to see black women playing hockey.
Yeah, how about that? Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, fantastic. She's good too.
And they're good.
Big. She's big.
They're not a
yeah, they what's her name? Layla Edwards.
Yeah.
Caroline Harvey had a goal and 2 assists. Layla Edwards had a goal. Kristen Sims, Abby Murphy. Did you see that goal? The second goal?
Yeah, I saw it.
Abby Murphy goes into the corner and does a Kucherov. Like she backhand pass right into the slot. I think it was Chrissy Sims, who went top shelf. What a goal. What a goal. I mean, I was like, whoa. That was like Kucherov to Gensel. Let's freaking go. That was spot on. Yeah, very entertaining to watch. They're physical. They get after it. Skilled. Yeah, it's a great watch.
And I will say this. We compare women's sports to men's sports all the time, right? It's just natural. That's what we do. Yeah. And that's why women's sports, for the most part, are not as popular, because there's such a huge gap, right? Between, like, say, for basketball, men's college, women's college basketball, huge gap in entertainment and talent. Same thing for the NBA and the WNBA. I'm not saying those leagues don't have value or they're not fun to watch. I'm just saying there is a gap in those two sports. And look, I don't watch soccer. I don't know anything about soccer. I have watched some women's World Cup, and I would gather that gap is probably a little narrower than in other sports. But I think the gap in men's hockey and women's hockey is maybe the narrowest of all the major sports between talent, entertainment value, just enjoyment to watch.
Skill set.
Right?
Yeah.
Skill set, because man, women hockey players, you don't really have the checking and the physicality that you have in the men's game, although they do get chippy sometimes, which I love. Dude, it is all about fundamentals. It's all about the skills. And man, it is just so much fun to watch. I love women's hockey.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Then you throw in the Olympic, playing for your country deal, and it's just entertaining stuff. It's really entertaining stuff. And I will be watching every game that USA plays. A lot of those young ladies train here in Tampa Bay. They did a training camp here, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, and they've spent a lot of time in the Tampa Bay area. So we have a lot of connections. The Lightning has a lot of connections to this team. So it's fun to watch. And the men obviously are over there and they're practicing and getting ready to go. They were all supporting their teams yesterday. The USA players and the Canadian players were over there. A lot of the, Brandon Hagel front and center doing his thing over there. The boys are having a good time already, which is great. Then there's Nathan McKinnon, who's all like, "No, I got to get to practice, man. I got to get to practice. I'm not doing any of this other stuff, man. We're focused. Like, dude, relax. It's freaking Olympics. You'll survive. Let's have a little fun. Go to the village. It's a beautiful, beautiful. By the way, just the pure beauty of Cortina and Milano. Oh my God, the beautyscape shots is just insane, and the graphics. I love the graphics. It's like this Game of Thrones graphics that they're doing with the cities and the mountains. Just beautiful, beautiful. I can't get enough of that. Cannot get enough of the architecture, the Italian architecture, just the sheer beauty of this place. So, well done. Very well done, NBC. I cannot get enough of Olympic coverage. Love it. Watching the Michaela Schifrin yesterday finish fourth again. Woman who absolutely dominates World Cup skiing and slalom. And 2 Olympics in a row now. She hasn't won her event. She's got another opportunity later on in the games. But, man, that's a girl that, at 18 bust on the scene that dominates in World Cup. Her Olympic opportunities have not been great. So hopefully a story developing there and a big comeback for the giant slalom for Michaela Schifrin. So,
and I'll say this, and we talked about this, I guess now 2 years ago when the Summer Olympics were. I have zero interest in the Summer Olympics. Like, there's not one sport in the Summer Olympics that means.
Why are you such a curmudgeon?
I just don't give a crap about swimming. I don't give a crap about people running around a stupid track.
Brooke Bennett's going to come over there and kick your freaking ass.
I'm not saying it doesn't have its
care about
if all I have to do is bash swimming to make that happen, I will bash swimming every single day. With all due respect to her husband. But dude, like the winter, almost every single except for I still don't get into the figure skating or the ice dancing I don't, whatever. I'd rather watch those girls play hockey.
The figure skating, I'm not
like we've got a local girl here.
I watch it. Yeah, it's okay.
Amber Glenn is from Plano, which is right down the road from me, and she's been in the local news here for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now she's in the news more because of her sexuality and all that crap, which I don't give a crap about. Like, we just focus on her skating because she's one of the best in the world. Do we have to praise her because she's the first openly whatever she is to come? Whatever, like, good for her. But
if we say we don't care, does that make us homophobic?
No, I think it means that's not what we focus on. We focus on the talent.
She's an amazing skater.
Yeah,
she's an amazing skater. Unbelievable. Yeah. I'm kind of like, the presentation of it is a little crazy, but the actual skating, I love the skating of it. The how dramatic the announcers are. Just it's really kind of funny. Sometimes I think I'm listening to a Saturday Night Live skit, but
oh my God,
skating itself, the quad god. Is insane. It's really, really good. What those guys can do on freaking skates and ladies is amazing. And then the throwing around and the spinning, like, I get dizzy watching those mofos.
Now, I will say this, watching it live, and no, I've never been to whatever skating competition.
I
But
was
like,
going to say, when's the last time you went to a figure skating?
But a lot of the girls that do that here, like, will at the hockey rink that I go to that I play, like they'll have the ice rented out, So we'll be waiting to get on the ice, and you'll have girls out there. These are Olympians, but girls out there practicing, right? And like, it's amazing to watch in person. Like,
I've seen really good skaters in person, and it is amazing. Yeah. Like, it's amazing to see what they do and the height that they get on some of their jumps. All this stuff is so new to me. We don't see it all the time, which is why I like it. It's a refreshing difference from, football, basketball, I'm watching. I find myself watching curling, luge, and bobsled. I mean, all this stuff is fascinating. And the downhill skiing, to me, is just insane. It's just, they go so fast and so hard. I mean, just one slip, as you saw, and, for Lindsey Vonn, and she's got, multiple fractures. I mean, she's going to be rehabbing a multiple fractures tibia and an ACL at the same time because she wanted to win a medal and fulfill her potential. That's a strong woman. No wonder Tiger couldn't handle her.
None of us can handle her.
Yeah, none of us could.
And look, JP, have you ever been to an ice capades?
Of course. Yeah.
So, as a kid,
Disney on ice, of course.
Yeah, like as a kid, my mom took me to those things. I never really cared. I'm like, when are they going to check? Like, I'm waiting for them to check each other because I was a big hockey fan already. But so I had, like, in, I don't know, 1988.
What are they going to check?
Yeah, like, aren't they supposed to check each other? Where are the sticks? Where are the
like, you want Minnie Mouse to just lay out Goofy into the boards? Amazing. Like, is that what you're looking for?
I would totally watch that, JP. Like the mascot hockey games. I love those things. So like about 1988 or so, I was in high school. It's either my sophomore or senior year in high school. I had this chick I was dating from a different high school. And she's like, hey, we're going out Saturday night. I got tickets to this really cool thing. I think you're going to enjoy it. I did it just for you. And I'm like, oh, sweet. What are we going? She's like, it's a surprise. She takes me to an Ice Capades production of Star Wars on Ice because she knew I liked Star Wars.
There you go.
And I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? I tried to be the good guy, like, oh, this is so sweet. Thank you. All I did, of course, I had a couple of beers while I was there. Dude, all I did on the way home is don't you ever effing make me go to one of the. But she was in tears, man. She's all like, but I thought you liked Star Wars. I'm like, this is not Star Wars. This is Disney.
I wanted Darth Vader to cross-check Han Solo, and it never happened.
There was no checking. There's no penalty box.
Cross-checking Elsa on Olaf.
I think we broke up like a week later. She even tried to get me to pay for my ticket.
Oh my God.
It happened.
Yeah. All right. Are we going to talk about some? We are talking about some sports.
We are talking sports.
We are talking about sports. So anyway, USA look great in hockey. We're heading towards the gold medal match. Hopefully that will happen soon. All right. So a couple of topics we're going to get into today. And first and foremost, I want to do a little Bucs because we haven't done a whole lot of Bucs this week. And the free agency is on, right? This is a time. And I was looking at how the Seahawks were built, right? And they went out into the free agent market and got DeMarcus Lawrence, got obviously Sam Darnold. Who was their other big? They traded for Rashid Shaheed in the middle of this
what a move
called a midseason trade. Jason, might want to try one of those out. See what your deficiencies are, and maybe make a move and go get somebody to help out what you're not doing well. I think that's a thing. It definitely helped out tremendously for. I mean, look at the impact that Shaheed had on Seattle in the postseason. Running the kickoff back for touchdown. I mean, some deep ball plays. I mean, totally transformed a lot of what they were doing. And I always go back to this. It's not how you start in the NFL. Look at the Bucs, 6-2, right? It's how you finish and how your team evolves. As Brady taught us, you're a totally different team at the end of the season or the Thanksgiving break than you are at the beginning of the season because of adjustments that the league is making against you. Obviously, injuries are a huge part of that. So how do you evolve as a team? How does your coaching staff evolve as the season is going on to take advantage of the injuries to the other team and hide injuries? That, to me, that is such an underrated part of football. It's something that the Patriots did extremely well. when you look back on the success of the Patriots, and one of the things that and this is what Brady is talking about, Belichick would always build his teams to be very tough, very physical, but also very smart. And they were malleable. They could change, they could morph into different types of teams as the season went along, because that's what it takes to win in this league. You have to constantly be reinventing yourself because people catch up to what you're doing. With the Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield getting out of the pocket. Okay, let's start spying him, mush rushing him. Don't let him get out. The Bucs really never had an answer for that. They never pivoted. And that's why you lose 7 of 8. And that, to me, a lot of it is injuries, obviously, but every team has injuries. Every team has injuries. It's part of the game. How do you coach around them and continue to win? And that's something that Todd Bowles' staff could not do, obviously, losing 7 of 8. So it's something that Seattle did really, really well. And they evolved as a team from free agency to within the season and got better at the end of the season. They had, a lot of injuries when they played the Buccaneers. So did the Buccaneers, by the way. Bucs had a lot of injuries as well. But that's something that Seattle did well, and they definitely dipped their toe into the free agent market. So where are the Bucs going with this? Now, obviously, edge rusher is the number one target. And I would want them to get a proven edge rusher, and obviously Max Crosby is that guy. Now, he has said and told Brady, I will never play for the Raiders again. Yeah. And yesterday we find out Clint Kubiak is having coffee with Max Crosby, the new head coach there. So, as Myles Garrett said, he would never play for the Cleveland Browns again. They showed him the money, and he was playing for the Cleveland Browns again.
Yep.
Something similar could happen to Max Crosby, who's, frankly, underpaid right now. He's making $30 million a year, which makes him a very attractive free agent target in my mind, if I'm the Buccaneers. Now, some people will say two number 1 picks is too much for him. Well, first of all, you're getting a player for your number 1 pick this year, 2015. So you're really not, you're giving up a first round pick, but there's not one player in this draft at 15 that's going to make an impact that Max Crosby's going to make. It's not even close. Like that, what are we even talking about? So you're giving up next year's number 1, essentially, in addition, right? So Crosby, and I understand how that affects salary cap, but the salary cap is going up exponentially. And this is the type of player that comes with risks. Hey, he had a knee injury, 28 years old. It comes with risk. Got news for you. Sam Darnold was a risk, right? You got to take risks in this league and coach them up, and hopefully they work out. Micah Parsons was a risk, right? That didn't work out very well for the Packers. No. So yeah, there's risk in this league. What else is risky? Doing nothing and relying on just drafting young players is a risk. And it's right now the Buccaneers need a talent infusion, and obviously there's the draft. And there's free agency, and there's college free agency as well. But you're hard to find impact players there. So those are the two ways. And you can trade for players as well. So there's a lot of different ways to go about this, as we all know. But where do the Bucs go, and how aggressive are they? There just seems to be in the last few years a lack of aggression in terms of talent acquisition. After the Brady years, we've gone into kind of a cocoon, and obviously you have to pay the piper, right? You got to pay all those accelerated contracts. You got to pay them off. And the Bucs did a great job of staying competitive and doing that, a really good job. But now they're just kind of in that meh zone. They're in that middle zone. And in order to get out of the middle zone, you got to go into the free agency. Because if you just try to do it through the draft, it's going to take a while because you're not drafting high. You're in the meh. You're in the middle, 15, 20, 19. Hard to get great impact players at that spot. So free agency is something that I think the Bucs should be very active in. And there's some players out there that can totally change their fortunes. Can they fit them under the cap? The cap is what it is. I think you can do a lot of different stuff with the cap. Plus, they have holdover money that they didn't spend last year that they can bring over. So there's a lot of different ways they can skin this cap.
I'll say this. I think this is a really, really important offseason for Jason Light. Job security wise. Not that, we know the Glazers are extremely patient, right, with their employees. I get it. But Jason Light hadn't had a real hit here in a while, especially in free agency.
Yeah.
Drafting Emeka Ibuka, obviously, but that's a no-brainer. Graham Barton, I think the jury's still out on of whether or not Graham Barton's going to be a long-term solution. He's got his own issues.
Coach Strong thinks very highly of him. And I take that as a really good, obviously they practiced, his defensive line practiced against Graham Barton a lot. He likes him a lot. Thinks he's going to be a really, really, really good player. And his first year I thought was really good. I thought he struggled last year because of those two knuckleheads that were playing next to those guards. Well, those guards were terrible.
And we liked the pick when it was made, and we were very high on the pick. And I'm not down on it yet. I'm just saying, I just don't know that you can call that a huge, home run draft pick or anything in the first round. So I think this is an extremely important offseason for Jason Light in the draft and in free agency. This team has, I kind of liken them to the Cowboys right now. And I'm talking Cowboys draft every morning on my Cowboys show at 7 a.m. Central. And there's so many positions on the defensive side of the ball that the Cowboys need. I don't have enough draft picks to do that. So they're going to have to rely on free agency for positions like safety. A couple of linebackers. You're not going to draft those guys because that's not, for one thing, the Cowboys don't have a second and third round pick. They got 2 firsts and they don't pick again until the 4th.
Okay.
So the Bucs, I think, have an opportunity to draft some of those guys that you've got to have, but then free agency, if Light can target some guys and they're the right guys, you've got a chance in one offseason to turn that entire thing around.
Yeah.
But you've got to hit, man. You've got to draft and sign guys in free agency. Very smart. You got to approach this in a very smart manner if you're Jason Light. Because if you go through this, and if this is the same team next year, personnel-wise, and none of these guys, if you've got a bunch of Hassan Reddicks that end up not panning out, dude, the table's going to turn on Jason Light really quick in Tampa.
I think he's got a lot of capital built up with the Glazers, and deservingly so. But I do think this is a big year for him. Even if they don't make the playoffs, he's not getting fired this year. But the clock is starting to tick. Everybody knows it's been since 2020 since he drafted a Pro Bowler. Now Emeka Ibuka was well on his way, but we learned something about Emeka as well as maybe he's not a number one because once the league adjusted to him, he wasn't as good and he started to drop passes. So maybe he hit the rookie wall. I'm not sure what it was, but it wasn't what it was early on. So, is he going to be a good player? Yeah. How good? We shall see. Is he going to be an all-pro? I think he has the opportunity to, but we don't know that. We don't know that. That drop-off was alarming, I think. As good as he was early on, I think it was a bit alarming. So I would bet that he'll get in the best shape of his life and he won't hit the wall because he'll have a full off season to get ready. And I think he'll be much better next year. I think he's going to be an all-pro, and I think he's going to be a great receiver. So I'm not worried about Emeka Ibuka, but this defense obviously needs a huge makeover. And I would start with the Fox Sports calls the number 3. Sorry, got a little allergy tick here. Free agent available, and that's Devin Lloyd. Excuse me.
Yeah, Devin Lloyd's a target. That's why I put Devin Lloyd on the banner for the show here.
I saw that
on the card.
We're thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to be available.
You think the Jags will re-sign him?
I think the Jags will keep.
I do too.
I think they're idiots if they don't.
Yeah. He's likely to get $18 million per year, which I think for a player of his caliber, 5 interceptions from a linebacker.
Yeah.
That's, including a 99-yard pick six of Patrick Mahomes. But Jacksonville is way over the cap. They are way over the cap. So he's going to be expensive. So, and they've got guys that they need to retain as well. So I don't know if they're going to be able to keep him. And he may want to hit free agency.
Rick has an idea here. Go get Patrick Queen. MLB and not as expensive. Well, he's not a free agent until next offseason. And you're not going to trade for a guy like Patrick Queen. I mean, that's just not necessary. I think there's Patrick Queens out there everywhere that you can get that are actually free agents. And I love Patrick Queen. I loved him in Baltimore. I don't think Mike McCarthy's letting him go anywhere, to be honest with you.
Here's an interesting one. Kyle Pitts. 88 catches for 928 yards and 5 touchdowns under Zach Robinson last year. His touchdowns have increased every year, although still not a whole lot.
But how much more productive is he going to be with an actual quarterback throwing him the ball, JP, that he's never had?
I would think more. But he's just a bit of an enigma.
I think the market for him is going to be too much for, not necessarily based on performance, but based on what teams think he can be, kind of like coming out of the draft. I thought he was the best non-quarterback to come out of the draft, and that was the same draft as Micah Parsons.
Well, the thing about Kyle is, he's going to be the top tight end available, so he's probably looking at 14 to 16 million a year. You can re-sign Cade Otton for half that.
Yeah, but I'd
I know you're not a big Cade Otton fan, but if I'm looking at where I'm spending my money and he's got a good rapport with Baker Mayfield, if I can get Cade Otton on a team friendly deal like that, I would do that. Now I would definitely add to the tight end pool, no question about it, whether through the draft or maybe another tight end, because there's some good ones out there in free agency. I'll see. Quay Walker from the Packers, 25 years old, 4 straight 100 tackle seasons, including 128 this past year. Active in the opposing backfield with 9 career sacks, 29 tackles for loss. This is a little bit of a worry. The Packers declined his 5th-year option, not wanting to pay him $14.7 million. So he'll likely get about $10 million per year. Pro Football Focus doesn't think much of him, ranking him 76 among NFL linebackers. So to me, that's a name that's going to be out there. And if they're not picking up his 5th-year option, it feels like he's kind of a stat stuffer. You got to be careful with linebackers just looking at tackles, because it could be Devin White tackles where they're 8-10 yards down the field. So yeah, that's not a guy I would zero in on, quite frankly. Right. Joey Bosa, 30 years old, 5 sacks last year with Buffalo. Did lead the league NFL with 5 forced fumbles. Kind of a Hassan Reddick tier B in the pass rusher, but you don't have to give up compensation to get him except money.
I'm out.
You're out on Joey Bosa?
Zero interest in Joey Bosa at this point of his career. Yeah.
Just too beat up. Too many injuries.
And for what he's going to cost you, and I don't think he can be the guy on defense. I think he needs help to be the guy. Like, he had a lot of help on that Bills defense. And if he's going to come to Tampa and you want him to be the guy, I don't think that's happening.
Isaiah Likely.
Love that dude.
Yeah.
I would take him over Pitts right now.
He had 11 touchdowns between 23 and 24, but last year only 27 catches for 307 yards. I was expecting a huge year from him.
Well, he's still playing in the shadow of Mark Andrews.
I know.
And I did not anticipate the Ravens re-signing Andrews. I thought they would move on and go to Likely as their main guy.
I did too.
And they didn't do that. And if they're letting Likely go, number one, that's a little alarming. I'm wondering why they would let him go. That's concerning.
Yep.
I would need some investigation into that. But dude, talent-wise, hell yeah. Like I said, give me Likely. He might be the only guy right now I would take over Pitts.
Nakobe Dean at the Eagles, just 25 years old, but he's had a lot of injuries. Had 128 tackles in their Super Bowl season of 2024. He's likely expendable, and they're predicting that he signs with the Buccaneers.
I'm predicting he signs with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, you guys want him too, huh?
Christian Parker's got a lot of interest in Nakobe Dean.
Okay. All right.
DC.
He's looking at $8 million a year. That would be a great upgrade for the Buccaneers at $8 million a year. That's the type of player that I think you really, really, and we need a bunch of those guys. Maybe not the top tier guys, because again, if this offense returns to the Liam Cohen, and again, our Zach Robinson is Liam Cohen, right? Yeah. Same pedigree, same dudes, right? Basically, if this offense returns to 30 points a game, I don't need a top 5 defense. I don't even need a top 10 defense, but I do need a top 15 defense. And you can remake that with veterans like that have been in this league for a bit, know how to play, aren't super expensive, but you can bring in 3, 4, 5 of them. and remake that front seven and make a huge impact. You got Vita Vea and Cansey, and you heard Coach Strong talk about those two and how much losing Cansey really affected their defense. They could have they could rush four and get pressure when they had Cansey. They couldn't without him. And that is a huge distinction. Just look at the Super Bowl and look what Seattle did. You can just rush four and drop seven. It's a big deal. Now, we need to teach our seven how to cover. That would be good. But that would be a big step forward. So keeping Cansey healthy, which has been tough. But again, you add 3-4 new pieces to that front seven. So you got Yaya, Cansey, and Vea. Everything else is up for grabs, in my opinion. That's anywhere from four, and you're talking backups. That's 4 to 8 players that should be new in that front seven. And one of them being a large impact player, hopefully coming off the edge. I think the edge and the inside linebacker, those are the two spots where you got to get better. In my opinion, you really, really got to get better. Anybody else tickle your fancy as far as free agents that you have? Now, David Njoku from the Browns is another. He's 29, another tight end that's on the
expensive though.
Yeah, he might be expensive. Hey, Travis Kelce's a free agent.
And David Njoku, again, he's played his whole career in Cleveland, but his numbers have just never been lit up. But he hadn't had anybody throwing the ball to him. Right. So again, is he Kyle Pitts or is he David Njoku? Like I don't really know. I would take a flyer on him, but not it had to be a team friendly deal. Like I don't have a problem with his game. I'm not going to overpay for David Njoku though.
Mm-hmm. Joel Bitonio. Am I saying that right? Bitonio, guard from the Browns.
Yeah, from the Browns.
Yeah, he's 34 years old, could retire. He's had 178 career starts over 12 seasons, missed 2 games over the last 5 years, 7 straight Pro Bowls from 2018 to 2024. Made $16 million a year that he just finished.
Yeah.
If he doesn't retire, he'd be a really nice number 3 guard. A really nice number 3 guard.
Yeah, that's about all you could use him as at 30, 34, 35.
That's fine. That's fine. He would be a massive upgrade on the 2 backups that we had this year. A massive upgrade. Keep in mind,
he's been steady on an offensive line in Cleveland.
Right.
That has had a revolving door on the offensive line because of injuries.
Yep.
And he's been the one steady hand that's been there. So, yeah, I'm not out on that at all.
Yep. So who else you guys got that's kind of on your radar? Because I think edge rusher, inside linebacker, and anybody in that. And actually, I would take 2 inside linebackers if I could. They have Jamel Dean listed as the 49th best free agent available and have him signing with the Lions. So this is Fox Sports.
JS813 guy, What the hell kind of question is this? Why in God's name would you want Travis Kelce playing football for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yeah, I threw that out there. You just went right past it. Yeah.
No, he's not. He's terrible. He's horrible at his job. And he comes with way too much baggage. Travis Kelce has not been a productive tight end for at least 2 seasons. So get that garbage out of here.
Taylor's dad lives here or used to live here. I think he still lives here.
Well, you can do what you want with Taylor Swift.
Down in Riverview. Yeah.
Care about it.
Yeah, that would bring some cachet. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
That'd be fun. Why are you such a curmudgeon?
Mike H. No, that is not a Tim Hamm bobblehead on my desk. That is a Phil Robertson Duck Dynasty bobblehead.
Oh, close.
However, that is a Tim Hamm and Colby Sapp Funko Pops right there next to him in front of the laptop over there. So,
by the way, we got to take a break. It's 41. Quick break. When we come back, there's some weird goings on in the world that we have to talk about. Have you heard about what's going on in El Paso?
Conspiracies.
El Paso.
Nothing good ever happens in El Paso.
I would disagree with that. I would disagree. The late great Vic Prinzi and Burt Reynolds would definitely disagree with that. That was one of the greatest stories I've ever heard in my life. The Sun Bowl, the 1958 Sun Bowl.
Bowl games, that's right.
All right, we are brought to you by the great folks at Pitch Roofing. Pitchroofing.com is where you can go to get all the information, to call them, email them, get an estimate if you need a new roof or you need some repairs on your roof. Pitch Roofing is where to go. They love educating you on the art of roofing. It's an art. It is an art, actually. And knowing how not to get ripped off, because there's a lot of bad roofers out there and they'll give you low estimates, and it's low because they don't plan on doing the work. Pitch Roofing, obviously Better Business Bureau accredited, have all the bonding and insurance, all those things that are a must-have. So let Pitch Roofing come out, give you an estimate. And just for getting an estimate, you will be in the drawing for 2 Lightning tickets up in the Mark, which is the premium all-inclusive club, food and bevies. It's absolutely awesome. So that's worth it right there. So give the folks at Pitch Roofing a call. They will educate you on the process of roofing and all the important things about it, what they use, the shingles they use, how they do it, how they put them on, all those things. And I think you will you'll choose them, Pitch Roofing. Great folks over there, pitchroofing.com, and they have the best jingle song, which you will hear later on in the show. Back in 3. Here for Pitch Roofing, one of our new sponsors and the most reliable and honest roofers in the business. They love the Lightning, and Bolts fans be entered to win a pair of premium Mark Club seats with every free roofing estimate from Pitch Roofing. Seats include food and beverages, early access, premium entry, and a backstage tour of Lightning Vision with yours truly. Always get 2 to 3 estimates when replacing your roof, and be sure to include Pitch as one of those roofing companies. With a free estimate from Pitch, they're not trying to hard sell you. They educate you on your roof and the process. Even if you do not choose Pitch Roofing as your roofer, they want to leave you feeling informed, knowing the different materials and manufacturers, and understanding the process and warranties. Very, very important. Pitch is an Owens Corning preferred contract, Better Business Bureau accredited, and My Safe Florida Home approved. That's very important as well. Pitch prides themselves on full transparency and customer first level of service. They also offer financing options, including 0% plans, ensuring a stress-free experience. Call my friends at Pitch Roofing, 727-67-PITCH. That's 727-677-4824, or go to pitchroofing.com.
Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. That's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour. As well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5 and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our Fanstream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
All right, guys, don't screw this up. It's Valentine's Day, and the first decision you make is go to the Gold and Diamond Source, where right now You can buy one, get one 40% off during their exclusive Valentine's promotion. Express your love with exquisite jewelry from the Gold and Diamond Source, where they have the largest selection of engagement rings. And here's where it gets really good. Starting on Friday at the Open, you can get a $1,000 gift card, and they will match it with another $1,000 gift card. Get $2,000 worth of spending power for just $1,000. Then at 6 o'clock, it goes down to $500. The $500 card match goes from 6 o'clock until close. So get in there on Friday up to 6 o'clock. It's a $1,000 gift card. They'll match it, giving you up to $2,000 in immediate spending power. Then after 6 o'clock, it's $500, and they'll match it and give you up to $1,000 in spending power. Don't miss it. It's Valentine's Day, and the only place to shop is at the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldanddiamondsource.com.
It's a love you give only at Gold and Diamond Source.
Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show here on this beautiful hump day. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, by the way, speaking of Genesis of Tampa, this month's raffle is a diamond ring giveaway. Woo, that's right. You can win a brand new diamond ring this Valentine's Day. All you have to do is follow at Genesis of Tampa and comment on a diamond ring emoji, or put that in your post. Pin it, and if you test drive any vehicle at Genesis of Tampa, we will 10x your entry. Walk into the dealership at 801 East Bears Avenue and say, JP sent you. And that's 20x. Don't miss out on the great things going on.
The question is, where did he send you?
What's that?
The question is, where did he send you?
To Genesis of Tampa.
As long as that's it.
Test drive one of them.
By the way, it's 9:49 a.m. Central Time, JP. So, being back in the studio, I think it's time for a Jaeger shot. What do you think?
Hell yeah. Let's go.
USA.
There you go. For you to sing, you're going to need about 8 of those.
I've already had 4, so.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, we talked about this yesterday, and I was able to procure this for those interested.
That's what I'm talking about. The new country #1 hit.
Sun's blazing down on this old sunshine state. Gotta keep your roof
It's
strong.
AI with
First
Pitch Roofing.
Nail by nail, they do it tight. Pitch roofing done right.
You do it tight.
Miami to Tampa Bay shores, they've got you covered.
Yeah, baby.
Some more.
Huh?
Every shingle,
Got a nice beat
every
to it.
site.
Are these AI?
I
didn't know that.
Roofing done right.
Oh, you can do that.
That's my guess. That's my guess. But they could, maybe.
So we need all the Petermans to vote on which one you want this on the commercial, because I'm not going to do both of them, but I'll do one of them. Y'all like this one better?
Yeah, we got another one.
Well, the one we normally play. This is the alternate that I did.
Okay, all right, gotcha. Joel Fortland says first one's better.
I think I
do
agree.
it right, do it tight. Yeah, baby. I like that. It's my favorite.
So there you go.
Yeah. So this morning, turns out the airspace around El Paso is closed for 10 days. Now, there have been some reports that it may have just opened back up, but evidently, I was fascinated by it. I went down the rabbit hole this morning. Evidently, there's been a large buildup of artillery in El Paso over the last few months, like big time U.S. Army artillery. And that's also kind of a choke point for the cartels and all the, their human trafficking and drug trafficking business has gone down a lot. And that's all supported by the Chinese. So the Chinese have been weaponizing these cartels.
It's reopened, by the way.
It's reopened. Okay. Yeah. Because there's something there. I think we have a hold on. This is a Southwest.
6:30 for how long?
10 days.
Southwest Airlines flying into El Paso.
Apparently, we just got informed about 30 minutes to an hour ago.
So for 10 days, you guys are not open.
Well, I mean, we'll be here, but no air traffic.
Okay, thanks for that heads up.
Hello, everybody. Hoping to go to land in El Paso today. This is your pilot, Southwest Airlines. We will not be landing in El Paso because there's a war with the cartel going on right now. So look out your window, starboard side, and you can see the drones and artillery going back and forth. It's quite a show, but we're not going to land there because that might be.
Apparently, there were some Mexican-based drones that were flying around the airport, and they thought they were a hazard.
Yeah, they're that's what they call probing, Timmy. They're probing.
Yeah.
It's drone probing, not anal probing, but drone probing.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive.
No. So yeah.
By the way, I call that band name. Anal drone probing.
It's a good one.
I gotta get back in the music business just for that.
That would be good. All right, let's get to our wonderful comments here today, shall we? I think we got some good stuff here.
Better than anything we've got right now.
That's for damn sure. Alejandro Noriega says, good morning, JP. Hope you're having a good day so far. Can't wait to talk Tampa Bay sports. The free agent signings are going to be crazy the next couple of days. Happy to see Verlander with the Tigers. Yeah, Verlander going back to the Tigers. Boy, the Detroit Tigers are building something special.
Why is Verlander still pitching?
His last 6 games, he pitched to like a 1.96 ERA.
Yeah, but go home and go with Kate.
I would. What are we doing?
What's he doing?
Yeah. JS813 says, good morning, JP, Señor Hamm, and all the people.
Hola.
Hola. Mike H said, did you hear about the neurovirus breakout at the Olympics? No, I did not.
Yeah, it was one of the women's hockey teams had to quarantine and miss their first game. I think was it Sweden? Might have been Sweden or Switzerland.
Start with those shenanigans again, huh?
Yeah.
Great. Mike H said, is anyone following the kidnapping case of Nancy Guthrie? Oh, hadn't heard about it. Jesus Christ. Have you? I've never seen so much coverage. Like every news program has to lead with the first 25 minutes of this. So I'm very concerned with her, but there are other things going on in the world.
I've heard this, but I have no idea who any of these people are.
You have no idea who Savannah Guthrie is?
No, I've never heard that name before.
Long-time morning host at NBC's Today Show.
Bryant Gumbel?
No, she's gone. Savannah's husband was a fixer for the Clintons, like a real-life Ray Donovan. I pray for her safe return. Ooh.
Well, yeah, I understand. It's like some news chick's mother is missing, right? They don't know what.
Yeah, in Tucson, Arizona. There was some weird Ring doorbell footage of some guy that they think abducted her, and now there's a ransom and all these shenanigans going on. But it looks like the guy is not a very. What was that movie where you had a couple of really? I think Danny DeVito was in it, where they kidnapped somebody. They're like amateur kidnappers. What movie was that, guys? I think Danny DeVito was in it.
From the 80s?
Yeah, it's like the 80s. And it looks like this guy may be this really, he just thought he was grabbing some old lady, didn't even know it was Savannah Guthrie's mom, and now he's like some 19-year-old cartel kid, or was just, because that's all they do is kidnap
Ruthless people?
Yes, ruthless people. That's what that was it. That was it. Ruthless people. So what may be, this huge manhunt and everything going on. It's this, guy may have her in his apartment somewhere, I don't know, in Tucson. So
again, I'm unfamiliar with who any of these people. What is the significance of this newscast lady and her mom? Like, what is the big deal?
I don't know what the obsession is, but it's, when a story becomes, it's like all these news companies, by the way, they have monitors on their and they're monitoring the audience in real time.
Yeah.
And they could tell when people like it's a live graph, and they're getting digital response, on streaming,
on keywords and social media and stuff.
And so they could see, like, when you talk about a certain topic, this, there'll be a spike in viewership and it'll stay. So that's how they decide what they're going to talk about. And evidently people get fascinated with stories like this. I don't know why. I mean, I'm very concerned about their mother, but again, there are a lot of different things going on in the world that are much more important. And, I'm not trying to be heartless, but I want to know what happened. Tell me what happens, but it's like wall to wall coverage.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, it's up there like with the Branch Davidians back then. Like, and I don't really watch mainstream news, or I definitely don't watch the Today Show, but, I heard him talking this morning on other news that they're not wanting to pay the ransom until they can confirm she's even alive still.
Right.
Like, apparently they don't even know if she's still alive.
Yeah, the guy wants the ransom in Bitcoin, and
oh my God,
it's pretty weird. Mike H says the quad god skater for USA, Ilya Malinin, I think it's Malinin, also competed in the qualifying event, Timmy, and scored a 108.16. which vaulted him into first place. That dude can skate.
Is he a figure skater or a speed skater or what?
He's
like,
a
I'm
figure
okay
skater.
with the speed skating. I get that.
And he is one pale human being, boy. Tell you what.
It's racist.
But great.
Pale skin.
We're all racist, bro. We're all
true.
In case you didn't know. If you had any problem whatsoever with Bad Bunny grabbing his crotch 35 times while my 10-year-old stepdaughter is watching it, and he's singing about threesomes with she-devils and anal sex
Lord.
and all these other things. If you had any problem with that whatsoever, you, my friend, are a racist. You are a racist.
That's right.
So just remember that.
Free speech.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. If you did not fully endorse it and love every minute of it, you are a narrow-minded racist. Just so you know.
Look, like I said yesterday, I just can't understand the freaking
all
word
the translations are coming out, and it's like if you sang that in English, people might be. You might have about $1 billion in FCC fines, but I guess if you do it in Spanish, it's okay. It's not a big deal to me. Whatever. But it's just funny that now we're all racist because we don't. You may not have liked that for your 10-year-old daughter to be watching. You racist, terrible. I'm much more woke than you. I'm much more. I love people speaking in Spanish, and that makes me much better human being than you. Don't you know that? Do now. I do now. What else we got? Alejandro says these are his Buccaneers free agents. Mike Evans, of course, yeah. They want Lloyd coming here. Levante David, I think he's going to retire. Bosa, Timmy's out on Bosa. And he's still an upgrade on anything we got. Jamel Dean. I would bring Dean back, but at a normal number. I think somebody's going to throw a lot of money in him. Yeah. Dante Fowler Jr., St. Pete's own. I haven't checked on him lately.
Cowboys.
Is he going to the Cowboys?
He was the Cowboys last year.
He played pretty well, didn't he?
Yeah, he dominated in Washington. The one year he was there under Quinn, he led the team in sacks. Came to Dallas, I believe he led the team in sacks again last year. It was only 6.5 or 7.5 or something. But after having double digit Washington, but Cowboys will keep him. Yeah, he'll be back in Dallas.
Rick says, "Wait, what? Tim has to sing to us? Why are we being punished? USA won." That's an interesting perspective, Rick. I get it, but no, we want him to make a fool of himself because his Canadian team lost. You know that he's Canadian born and bred.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah, very complicated. JSA13 says the Devil Rays unis for Saturday home games. No, Friday home games will be the Devil Rays uni. That's awesome. And then Saturday will be the City Connects, Skateboard Connects. We can do better. We can really do better than that. I do not like them. But I do like the much more classic baseball uniforms. The more nostalgic, the better for me. Right. I love that.
I don't like hardly any of the City Connect jerseys. They're all just too busy for me.
A lot of them are. What else we got here? We already did that one. Thomas Casper says Charlie's at FSU because Tiger wants to pick up chick.
He's a
I
little
ain't
old
gonna
to be
lie,
doing
Thomas. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I said, I know why Charlie's coming here because Tiger took the recruiting visit with him. He's like, son, you're going to Florida State.
Yeah, he just told him.
Stanford's nice and all, but you need to be here for 4 years. I need to come to football games.
I mean,
here
aren't
for
there
4 years.
other schools with better looking girls that he could go to than Florida State? I'm not
What did you
dissing
say?
Florida State. I'm just saying.
What are you talking about, bro?
There's a lot of schools in the country.
Have
with
you
better
ever
looking
been to
girls.
Florida State? Well, I don't care about other schools. Have you ever been to Florida State?
I've been to Tallahassee. I've never been on campus.
Well, all right. Well, I'm going to bring you to a September or October game that is nice and warm outside, and you will see why Charlie's.
You gonna make some introductions? I'd be interested.
No,
in
absolutely, 100% not. 100% not. You're on your own on that.
Is this the jersey we're talking about here?
No,
Or is that something different?
No. It's just put City Connect. You've never seen their City Connects? It's
But I mean, I thought y'all were
street
talking
art.
about a different one. Like this was
No, that's not
labeled their weekend home game jersey.
That is, God, that's horrible. Is that just not the Starburst hat? Oh my God, that's horrible.
You hate the
Horrible.
Starburst
And I'm not
so
a
much.
uniform guy. Like, you have to go a long way to piss me off uniform wise. Like, that's horrible. Aviation 8-1436 says that hockey game was highly competitive. Was not expecting that before tuning in. It's 5-0. I don't think it was that competitive. We dominated.
Clearly, the United States cheated.
Yeah, of course. Tampa guy says in soccer, a good junior team of 10-year-old boys would destroy the number 1 ranked women's team in the world. I don't know about that, bro. 10-year-old.
Oh,
Not
soccer,
10-year-old. Not 10-year-old. No, that's a little much. Now, I think, yeah, high
That's
school,
even I'd laugh at that.
like a U18, yeah, they could be maybe U16, maybe, but yeah, I think that's a little bit of a push there. James says, yeah, but unfortunately, seems our American Olympians love to trash their country. You know, it's a great thing that in America you can trash your own country and there are no political repercussions, and that's the way it should be.
But there are social repercussions.
There are social repercussions. I just have a really hard time when you're in an American uniform with wearing the flag, your entire training has been paid for, not by the American taxpayers. We don't do it, but by American companies.
Yep.
And you do use facilities, state collegiate facilities that are state facilities. So taxpayer money built those facilities. You live in a country where you're able to, you know, as much as all of them want to bash this country for our homophobia, which is I just don't get that. There's so many places in this world where you cannot. And we're bashing this country. I don't get that on the world stage. You have every right to do it. I just don't get it. There's so many other places and platforms that you could do that at the Olympics. I mean, it does say something about the freedom of speech in our country that you can do that. And that's good. Just, you have the right to do it. Doesn't mean it's right, but that's just my opinion.
Yep.
And by the way, if you're going to trash the country, bring up some specifics as to what laws, what issues are you kept from doing, or I just have an honest conversation about it. That's all I ask. You know, JS says Tim still likes the Top Gun volleyball scene. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't?
Pass on that. Extravaganza Productions. What's up, JP? Always enjoy your show. Paul Thomason, Dolly, all the group over there. Love you folks. Extravaganza Productions, the best. Per Field of Schemes, Neil DeMoss. The TSA, meanwhile, also met this week to discuss the Rays plans and revealed it would eventually release 2 economic reports, one from ACOM and one from Skanska. Yeah, let's touch on this real quick. The negotiations are in earnest, are starting between the county and the Rays. And now we're going to get down to the numbers and see how we can make this deal work. Again, all these economic studies are great. and the more, the better for me. A lot of them, listen, you can cook the books on just about anyone. So tell me who's paying for it. I know the Rays did one that was from a third party. You have all these other academics who, this is their thing where every time you have a stadium debate, they bring their books out and sell their books and all this other stuff and whatever. Let's see what the deal is, and then we'll dive into it and see how it either helps or maybe it doesn't. From everything that this group has said, the framework is we're going to put in 8 to 10 billion. We'd like $1 billion from the public in terms of user fees, not property taxes that can go to all the roads and schools and all that other stuff. Not touching any of that, but user fees, CRA districts, development, CDD, hopefully a rental car tax, bed taxes. Yeah. All those things that build other stadiums all over, including the ones in Texas. They get it done everywhere else. The Bucs money, Ken Hagan said the other day, we've already set aside SITS money for that. So that's kind of off the table. So to me, with all the support that is behind this, Mayor Castor, future Mayor Buckhorn, who we had in last week, if you didn't see that interview, it's a must watch. Go to our YouTube page and check that out. When you invest in a project like this, if they're going to bring a asset like the Rays that any other expansion city is going to pay $2 billion to $2.5 billion for, they're going to bring that here. You don't have to pay for that. A Major League Baseball team, which I think definitely enhances the quality of life in Tampa Bay. You don't want to lose major league teams. That's certainly not a good look for your community. That's not why you do it. Why you do it is it's a good investment for the community. And I think when the deal is done, it'll be a good investment for the community. It's, you can look at it very narrow-mindedly and say, oh, why are we giving $1 billion to billionaires? You can look at it that way, or you can say, well, if they invest 8 to 10 and we invest 1 and they create all this property and office buildings and bars and retail and apartments and all these that are going to produce tons of property tax money and tax money that's coming back to the taxpayers, like the example that Bob Buckhorn cited. They gave a billionaire and Jeff Finnick $100 million to prime the Water Street project, and that has brought back $1.2 billion in property taxes. Is that a good investment? I would say yes. Did we give $100 million to a billionaire? Yes, we did. And it was a good investment. So you can do public-private partnerships and it be a good thing for your area. And that's what we're looking at doing here. So if you're just going to close your mind at, we don't want any public money going to any billionaires, well, then your city will be left behind while all others grow, because that's how it's done. With Amazon, with airports, with IBM, with all of them. That's how it works. And if you're going to bring tons of jobs and commerce and velocity of cash to an area, then the public is usually expected to put in something. And that's that would be ours. So let's hope it all comes to fruition. I think it will. Yep. And forgive me, Danny Boy, for not going into all the specifics and all the naysayers that are bringing up all the things they do, the Field of Schemes, Shadows, all those guys. They're selling books. This is the time where they get attention. So I would say just don't give it to them. Just they're trying to piggyback off of the conversation and get attention. And most of the stuff we know about, we get it. You're an academic. You're going to cook the books and make it look like there's never any impact for stadiums, but yet everybody's building them. So, and a lot of commerce comes from it. So what else we got here, partner? John Hill, good morning to you. Said the Bucs are number 1 in one category. The most coaches no longer with the team, 12 with the head coach remaining. Is that right? We fired 12 coaches?
Sounds about right.
So that's going to make all the difference. JS813 says, I'm tired of the Glaciers moving so slowly. Good owners or not, they're endorsing mediocrity at this point. Well, I would agree. At this point, there's a lot of that going on. I would like to see the organization get a lot more aggressive, and we will see. Nathan Elliott says Jason Light was about to get fired prior to signing Bruce Arians and then later Tom Brady. That Super Bowl victory changed the media view of Light for a while, as it should. As it should.
Right.
You know, I was quite frankly saying, yeah, Jason Light's got to go after it was his record after, 6 to 7 years. And I love Jason. I count him as a friend, great dude. I mean, I think he'll tell you that he wasn't doing the best job in the early years, but he went and got Bruce Arians based on his great relation. He's a great relationship builder. That's a huge part of his success. And everywhere he goes, people love working with him. And Bruce Arians was on that list. He was available. They got him, came in, changed the culture, brought Tom Brady in because that's Tom Brady wanted to work with Bruce Arians and the roster that Jason Light had built. And boom, you win a Super Bowl. So, yeah, that brings you a lot of cachet. And then 3 division titles after that. And we all know those are with context, but even be able to win in that sense is not bad. But right now, we're stuck in the man. And the good organizations boldly move. Look at what the Patriots did. They went from 4 wins to 13, right? And they huge in the free agent pool. Huge. But you got to go get the right guys, and you got to coach them up. You got to manage games, and you got to have a culture. And that's what they did really well. And the Bucs are struggling with that right now, I think. Rick says, go get Patrick Queen, MLB, and a middle linebacker, and not as expensive.
Yeah, we talked about that one earlier.
Yeah. So he's not a free agent, Queen?
No, not till 27.
Is he going to be a cap casualty? Is that why we think he's going to be available?
He's making like $17 million. So he'll be fine.
Okay. Well, I take him in the middle.
Yeah, I don't think McCartney's letting him go.
John Hill said yesterday was the 5th anniversary of Brady tossing the Super Bowl trophy to Cam Brate on the Hillsborough River. Ran into Cam Brate walking our dogs the other day. That was a moment. That was a moment. We need one though.
You think Cam Brate could still catch? I mean, I'd take him back.
He's a little thin right now.
Probably so, yeah.
He's one of those guys when he leaves football, he dropped 40 pounds. I don't think he's ready to come back. What a moment. What a moment that was. We didn't see that coming. That's one that we need a statue of that. We really do. Like somewhere along the riverfront. Somewhere along the riverfront. We need to get a
mural. How about a mural?
Yeah, at least I think we got murals all over the place. But I think somewhere on the riverfront, should have had Bob Buckhorn talk about this.
Yeah.
Like, kind of a statue that sits in the water. Right? The break of top
marks the spot like a buoy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be
right along the river, like right here, and that would be awesome. Now there's some public money well spent.
If we're going to raise Brady throwing the Super Bowl trophy,
I mean, if it's between that and completely empty daycare centers, I'll go with the silly statue.
It's not our money, JP.
Oh yeah, it's not. Okay. Aviation would love to see David Njoku in Tampa. Take that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind him.
James says if you have to overpay for Nakobe Dean, the Bucs should do it. They have not spent any money in free agency. Yes, they re-signed their players, but look what the Pats did in free agency. Spent a fortune on that D, and it worked for them. 100% right.
Super Bowl.
Tyler Algier. Yes, Alejandro. Obviously, Zach Robinson knows him well from Atlanta. Had a 1,000-yard season. Great complimentary back to Bucky. Rashad's leaving, so there's an opening. I think that's a great fit. I think it's a really good fit. Aviation says, my company flies a route to El Paso 5 days a week. Sounds like the airspace closure has been lifted within the last half hour. Oh, that's good. So World War III is not beginning in El Paso. Good to know. Joel Forsman says, top free agents on defense would be great. Problem is we don't have a DC who caters to players' strengths. Square peg, round hole guy. Joel Forsland wins the Todd Bowles mention at hour 16 into the program.
You're
100% right, Joel.
Come to think of it, JP, I don't remember all of my Texas history, but it seems like that's how the Alamo started. Was the Mexicans were flying drones over the Alamo, and the Texans, the Tejanos, did not take to it too kindly.
Yeah.
And they started the war. I think
Santa
that's how
Ana.
the Alamo started.
Santa Ana, a known drone abuser.
Yeah.
As he was. Yeah. Daniel Boone's like, what are those things coming over here?
William
You ever been to the
Travis.
Alamo? You've been to the Alamo, right?
Oh, lots of times. Yeah, I've peed on the Alamo.
You peed on the Alamo. There you
I
go.
had to do it. Ozzy did it. I had to do it.
It's really like if that's your fortress, not a good fortress.
Well, that's
Not a
not
good-
the original fortress. That's the chapel. That was the church
Yeah.
of the whole. I mean, you've seen the movies. What it used to look
Right.
like. It was a huge camp. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the actual building we see today, that was the church. That's all it was.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side. I want to get into a little bit of Rays. So, what does the Rays opening day lineup look like?
Ugly.
Like, what does that lineup look like? Okay, not the 27 Yankees. Spoiler alert. Spoiler, not the 27 Yankees. In fact, the 27 Yankees would have had more home runs in the first three guys than in this entire lineup. So, then two guys in the middle, actually. It would have, yeah, there you go. We are brought to you by the great folks at the Gold and Diamond Source. Valentine's Day is coming up, boys, so let's get it right. 40% off. Buy one, get one, 40% off over at the Gold and Diamond Source, and they have the largest selection of diamonds, real diamonds, by the way. And if you buy a diamond there, you actually know what you're getting. You don't know if you're going to buy a diamond online. Are you kidding me? You have no idea what you're getting. And there's so many fake diamonds out there that right now that you will get swindled. Don't do that. Go to a local company that is fantastic and has been doing this for 40 years. The Gold and Diamond Source, great staff, not going to oversell you. 5 years, no interest. You can get a $5,000 diamond for just $84. And folks, if you're going to go do that whole rigmarole, you want to go with folks you can trust that know the process and will make it easy. I did it. Nick did it. By the way, congratulations, Nick, on your new baby, Collins. So go on over to the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Omerta Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com. Back in three. Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. You're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Sunny days or stormy nights, roofing problems out of sight. In Florida we stand so tall, pitch roofing, we do it all. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night. When the hurricanes roll in, we've got the top that's gonna win. Protect your house from wind and rain. Choose pitch roofing, never in vain. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night. Call us now for peace of mind. Top service you'll ever find. Pitch roofing won't let you fall. We're the best, just make that call. Pitch roofing, roofing done right, for your home, day and night.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Third Generation Plumbing. $169 gets you 2 maintenance visits for the year. That's pretty good. They'll make sure all the fluids are good, everything's in working order. They'll drain your drain line to make sure that's not stopped up, and then you have to do an emergency call, which is going to cost you like $300. So get the maintenance special. It's a great way to meet the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC and find out about their great service. So if something does go wrong, you know who to call. ThirdGenerationPlumbing.com and American Standard Heating and Cooling. They are the dynamic duo that'll get your HVAC needs right, and that is Third Generation Plumbing, American Standard Heating and Cooling. And if you're looking for a job and you're a tech, AC tech, or a plumbing guy, they are hiring right now at Third Generation Plumbing because they're doing so much business because they advertise on this fine show. So get your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Great company to work for. John Rodriguez, the owner over there, PJ, big sports fans and great people. They pay well, they do holidays, and they have benefits as well. So Third Generation Plumbing, great place to work, great place to do business with. There you go. All right, partner. By the way, men's hockey gets underway today. Our Lightning players are in action today. Slovenia and Finland. So Eric Chernak, who's the alternate captain for Slovakia, will be playing at 10:40. So they're playing right now. And then at 3:10 Eastern time, Sweden, captained by your man Victor Hedman and Pontus Holmberg, who I interviewed just the other day, will be taking on the homestanding Italian squad. So Italy and Sweden at 3:10.
If I've learned nothing from these Olympics so far, JP,
and you probably have learned nothing,
it's how attractive I find Italian women. I don't know that I thought that before.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah,
Very hard to miss.
I'm very closed-minded
Is this-
when it
is
comes
this
to my
a-
women.
Has this become a sexualized Olympics?
I hope so. It's the only reason we're all watching it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of that going on, guys and girls, and it's okay. It's okay to say, "Ooh, that's a good-looking
She's
lady.
cute.
She's very beautiful," or "That is a very handsome man."
Okay, look, if all of the speed skaters and the hockey players all look like the old lady from Throw Mama from the Train, how many of us would be watching?
I mean, I don't know. It's the Olympics.
Meh.
But they're, hey, these are the Olympic Village is where it's, imagine that.
God,
Milano,
I'd be a
Olympic
fly on
Village
those
in
walls.
Milano with the wine flowing.
Speaking of cleaning out your
Hand
drain
out a
pipe.
lot of condoms. What's that?
Speaking of cleaning out your drain pipe.
Oh, hey now. Hey now. All right. So I'm just looking at the projected lineup. Hunter Tubbs kind of nailed it right here. Said Chandler Simpson leading off left field. Love that. It can hit 300 both sides of the plate, steal bags. Love it. That's your setter. Yandy Diaz into 2-hole. Yep. Yandy projected to do 21 home runs, 78 RBIs, and hit 289. These are the projections according to Roto Champ.
Right.
All right. The DH, or Yandy's the DH, Jonathan Aranda, playing first base, an all-star last year. Hopefully he will continue to grow. 21 home runs, 75 RBIs are his projections. Not bad. Then Junior Camarero at third base, obviously. Projected to have 38 home runs and 107 RBIs. Okay. Gavin Lux, second base, 256 hitter, 7 home runs as opposed to the 30 that we were hoping to get from Brandon Lau. But I'm on board with getting rid of Brandon Lau. And that chronically bad back, sell high. Okay, got that. Jake Fraley, right field. He is projected to have 9 home runs, 38 RBIs as a corner outfielder. Cedric Mullins in center, projected to have 14 home runs, 50 RBIs. Taylor Walls at short. Of course, could also be Carson Williams as he grows into that position. Taylor Walls projected to have 6 home runs. I think that's a high projection right there. But obviously, he's there for defense. And Nick Fortes catching, projected to have 7 home runs. So my whole problem with this lineup is,
I have an alternate one, JP, when you're done explaining.
okay, cool. Just not a lot of power, not a lot of, even gappers in this group. Now, hopefully there's more contact and they're going to move the ball and play great defense and great pitching, all that, and a more trop-friendly lineup, I would think. But, man, it is small ball. There's a whole lot of small ball here. And I just, again, yesterday I said this, Cedric Mullins protecting Junior Caminero. I don't see it. Now, I'd probably have Aranda behind Junior Caminero. I'd probably hit Caminero in the 3-hole and Aranda in the cleanup position because he's got to be the best. And maybe even move Yandy down. Well, I don't know. I kind of like Yandy in the 2-hole with Chandler Simpson at the top. So
Yeah.
it's just after Caminero, there's a whole lot of nothing. There's a whole lot of nothing. And I don't want him to be pitched around all season long and just not seeing any fastballs, start chasing and, going out of the zone. And that's a great way to ruin a young hitter. So that's why.
And MLB.com has the projection a little different. Now, of course, your top 4 have to be where it is like that. You talked about moving Yandy down. Maybe I don't think you do that. You're looking at Simpson's speed in leadoff, all around production from Diaz, and then just extraordinary power from Aranda and Caminero, right? But after that,
Aranda doesn't have extraordinary power. He could be better though. He's
a power hitter though. Not as much as Caminero, but I would consider Aranda a power hitter. But after that, you're getting as thin as my hairline.
Yeah.
And you're also extremely left-handed at this point.
Yeah.
MLB.com has Mullins in the 5-hole.
Yeah.
Lux in the 6-hole. Fraley at 7, in right field, Fiducia at catcher in the 8 hole. Do like me some Fiducia bread.
You do.
And then Taylor Walls at short in the 9 hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then MLB.com also says Kevin Cash could be creative and create some advantageous matchups with right-handed outfielders when you put DeLuca in, Malloy, and then Williamson in the infield, and then change out your catcher.
Yeah.
So
it's got some versatility to it. Absolutely. And I
doesn't
think
mean it's going to be good, though.
Yeah. I mean,
After
when
the
you look
fall.
at some of the lineups in the AL East, this one just looks like meh. I mean, it could. I'm interested to see what they do with it, and I'm interested to see how Cash works with it. I'm not writing it off, but I'm leaning more towards what I did last year, which was 78 to 80 wins. I don't see a whole lot more than that.
The starting rotation for the Rays,
Yes,
per MLB.com. McClanahan in the 1. Rasmussen 2, Pepio 3,
Yep.
Matz 4, and Martinez 5.
Great Nick Martinez with his 1.30 whip and his 4.4 ERA for $13 million.
I mean, look, who are you most afraid of? Do you think entering? It's got to be the Blow Jays, right? The team you're most afraid of in the division.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming off the World Series,
Absolutely, yeah. But I mean, the Yankees will be good. Boston will be good. Maybe a little less so.
Good. Yeah, I don't think Boston's
I think the Orioles definitely had the polar bear. Everybody's better than the Rays on paper. Everybody, but as we know, that's not always the way it works.
You want to hear real quick your proposed or projected Blow Jays lineup?
Yes.
Springer, Barger, Guerrero Jr., Kirk, Varsho, Lukes, Okamoto, Clement, and Jimenez.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good right there, man.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
They lost Bo. I think that they're going to take a hit there.
They definitely did. I was surprised at that, but
I was too.
They're loaded. But we were talking about this yesterday. Bo Bichette, I think Alonso, definitely Tucker and Bo Bichette have outs after years 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So we get this stadium done.
Go get
Everybody
Bo.
buys their premium seating. You never know. I'm not reporting that the Rays are going to sign Tucker. Some of you knuckleheads out there will say that. That's not what I'm reporting. Saying they both would love to play in Tampa Bay. If the deal is right, get a new stadium, all that. That unlocks all of that.
Are the Rays,
as Rays fans, we can't wrap our arms around that. Many of you.
JP, do you think the Rays with I know they're expanding the payroll. Okay, we talked about that, over 100 million right now.
Yeah, by the way, that's the first time for those. I'm going to double check that because Sport Track, after the signing of the great Nick Martinez, said we were at 105.
Right.
So,
do you think, while you look that up, let me pose the question. Do you think the Rays' new ownership is setting themselves up for a run at Aaron Judge in 2032 for his age 40 season?
Lord, I hope not. I hope not.
I can resist. Sorry.
Yeah. So according to Fangraphs, let me see there. According to Fangraphs, that's not correct. That doesn't include the Nick Martinez deal. So they're at 88 million without the Nick Martinez deal, which obviously would push over 100 million. Sport Track, is it Spot Track? It's Spot Track. There's no
Spot
R in
Track,
there. Spot Track. Why do I say Sport Track? See an R.
Everybody does. Yeah, that's
projected total tax payroll 105, 196. First time they've ever been over 100 million, which we predicted they would do, and now they are over 100 million. It's 105 million.
And still 27th in the league.
And still 27th in the league. It's not great. It's not great. We need to be better. But this is all about getting the stadium done, getting that whole deal done, and then they could pour the money into the team, which I believe they will.
And for those curious, Nick Martinez is making a full $1 million a year more than Yandy Diaz.
our highest paid player.
Nick Martinez.
Nick, 35-year-old Nick Soft Toss Martinez.
Nick
Love
1.2 WAR Martinez.
He's great in the clubhouse. I don't know if you know this, Timmy. He's great in the clubhouse.
I bet he's got a great personality.
Tremendous personality. He's the guy. Teammates love him. Who was our Danny Jansen? Remember that? That was that last year or the year before? I think it was last year, where Eric Neander could not stop talking about how great Jansen was going to be in the clubhouse, and just that was the X value and all this stuff, and then traded him.
By the way, you know where Dan Jansen is right now?
Winning the Mr. Congeniality Award.
Dan Jansen is in Surprise, Arizona with the Texas Rangers, as they reported yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, he's a Ranger.
You should go have a beer with him because he's a great dude. And invite Nick Martinez. There'll be so much fun going on there. You won't know what to do. Yeah. Go Millionaire says, how about the old Tampa Smokers jersey Joe Madden brought back before JP? Those are amazing. Oh, those are amazing. Script, I think it was Script Smokers. Yeah, those were sweet. Nostalgia. Like baseball unis are not hard. Like, just tap into the nostalgia and you're good to go. They're really, really good stuff. They had it right.
What are the Smokers? What's the significance there?
They were a semi-pro team in Tampa. They were like our first professional baseball team, the Tampa Smokers. And they played over
cigars on the field?
Al Lang Field. Yeah, of course.
I've heard of the Tarpoons. I've never heard of the Smokers.
Yeah. The Tampa Tarpons, that was another one from back in the day.
Huh.
Did you just say Tarpoons?
Yeah, it's a play on words.
I get it. John Hill says, Timmy, watch your mouth about FSU girls.
Like, I wasn't dissing. I just said there's probably better.
No, there's not better. There's not better. There's as good, maybe, but there's not better.
Do they have great personalities?
Yeah, they do. Of course they do. They're Seminoles. Joel Forson says they want freedom of speech, but don't want to be criticized for what they're speaking about. It's very hypocritical. Exactly. Mike H says, JP, do you have anything about Bucs and Yankees view on the Rays deal? Unimportant. Well, yeah, the Bucs is important. And Ken Hagan said the other day at the meeting that they have set aside a chunk of money of the SITS money for the Buccaneers, anticipating what their needs might be. So, yeah, it's part of it. And, yeah, there's old Matt Joyce with the Smokers uniforms. Yeah. Nostalgia.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's very cool.
Not too busy. Very simple, And
I love the piping. I love the wide piping up the center of it, right?
Oh, I bet
around
you
the
do.
neck.
I bet you do.
I love me some piping.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Yankees are fine with what the Rays are doing. They're fine. As the old man used to say, the boss, if it's good for Tampa, it's good for the Yankees. And so they have no issues with it whatsoever. It just enhances the value of their spring training complex. So, yeah. And they don't play at the same time. They're not competing for tickets, none of that stuff. So it's all good. And I some people still bent about, we can't build a stadium with the Yankees right across the street. Why not?
Why? Lots of cities have that.
Why not?
Tell them we got 3 stadiums within a rock's throw of each other in Arlington right now.
I don't get that.
Not to mention the theme park.
The Yankees. They should be in Tampa. Get over it. Who had more say in bringing guys in, Tom or Jason? I think we can all answer that question pretty confidently. I think Aviation's going after Jason Light here. Says Jason's a great guy, average GM. Sounds like an issue with Glazers are having with another guy. Wink, wink. Yeah, Jason's on the clock. There's no doubt about it. The Super Bowl goodwill is waning. Time to win another one or get us moving in the right direction. I think if you look over the last 4 years, it's a lot of meh. It's a lot of meh. You take it as a whole, it's 36-36. Todd Bowles, 1 playoff win, 3 losses, 3 division championships, 2 of them under 500. And it is what it is. And if you're okay with that, I guess I'm not okay with that. And I think the fans want more and better. And I think that's fair. Nathan Elliott says, all teams can't go all in every year. The NFL is set for highs and lows. Some teams with good GMs and coaches go through this cycle faster than others. Great teams see when there is a shot to win. I think that's a great analysis, Nathan. Absolutely. I think right now it's a time for the Bucs to be aggressive. You got Baker on a friendly contract this year with hopes of keeping him on a friendly contract for the next 4 or 5 years. You've got some really good players in place. You got the best offensive tackle. I think you have the best tackle tandem in the league. And I think a guy that could be I think you have a top 5 offensive line, which to me is a huge asset that we don't talk enough about. This is a top 5 offensive line. And I would say a top 10 quarterback in the league. Good enough to get it done. If you can build a competent defense, and then you got to steal wins in game management and in game planning, which is why I think the Bucs are woefully inefficient. Woefully inefficient. Their game planning, their strategy, their game management is not a plus. It is a detriment. And that's where I think you're really losing out. And it's a huge – listen, the difference between winning and losing in this league every week is razor thin. And if you're not getting a boost from your strategists, which I don't think the Bucs are, I think they're losing that deal, then it's hard to be elite. Mr. King, good morning to you, said top defensive players are anyone who costs less than about the vet minimum. I think he's talking about what the Bucs are trying to get.
Yeah.
He said the Bucs are going to spend like 150% of the salary cap this year. That would be going all in. Yeah. I would like to see. You're looking at 2 teams in Seattle and the Patriots who were very aggressive in free agency. And I think it's time for the Bucs to do that. They haven't done it in a while. Joel Forsman says the players don't matter in this scheme. I actually think the Bucs will spend on defense and free agency. The fans banging on the table about talent will get it. Problem is our scheme sucks. Agreed. What is this? Mike says, number 1 fastest guy in MLB, Simpson. 2, Cedric Mullins. 3, Junior. 4, Aranda. Oh, this is his lineup.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just think we had Randy Paradis and the law firm of Low and Low. Yeah. Yeah. The jettison of the 2 lows, the Lau and the Low, I'm not really bent about that. I think if the guys that we got back pay off, that's all there is to it. All right, let's hit one more break, and then we'll come back on the other side, finish things up. What else we got to get to here?
I got to sing. I still got to sing.
Oh, you got to sing. Yes, you got to sing.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. That's going to be fun. That'll be a meme for sure.
Oh, for sure.
We are brought to you by the great folks at Genesis of Tampa and KingmakersTampa.com. Go to KingmakersTampa.com. Find out about this great private club we have right here. You can use this production studio. We have office space, shared office space, private office space you could use. We got a sports bar. You can use this for events. We got an unbelievable golf simulator. Really, really cool place. KingmakersTampa.com and Genesis of Tampa. Once again, go do a test drive and you can get in the raffle for a diamond ring for this holiday season. How about that? That's a Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue. Great folks up there. Go check it out. Back at 3. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to ItalianoInsurance.com. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
All right, guys, don't screw this up. It's Valentine's Day, and the first decision you make is go to the Gold and Diamond Source, where right now you can buy one, get one 40% off during their exclusive Valentine's promotion. Express your love with exquisite jewelry from the Gold and Diamond Source, where they have the largest selection of engagement rings. And here's where it gets really good. Starting on Friday at the Open, you can get a $1,000 gift card, and they will match it with another $1,000 gift card. Get $2,000 worth of spending power for just $1,000. Then at 6 o'clock, it goes down to $500. The $500 card match goes from 6 o'clock until close. So get in there on Friday up to 6 o'clock. It's a $1,000 gift card. They'll match it, giving you up to $2,000 in immediate spending power. Then after 6 o'clock, it's $500, and they'll match it and give you up to $1,000 in spending power. Don't miss it. It's Valentine's Day, and the only place to shop is at the Gold and Diamond Source, 3800 Olmerton Road, always online at thegoldendiamondsource.com.
It's a love you give only at Gold and Diamond Source.
JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park. So free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there. Hey folks, Rays baseball and the summer heat will be here before you know it. So don't let your AC unit strike out and cost you hundreds or thousands for an emergency repair. Get a 1-year maintenance plan from Third Generation Plumbing and AC for just $169. Though will come out twice a year and service your unit. Clean the drain line, make sure it's running to peak efficiency. If you need an emergency repair, it's going to cost you hundreds, if not thousands more. It's a no-brainer, guys. Just call the great friendly folks at Third Generation. They work with American Standard Heating and Cooling to ensure you have the most efficient and durable units. Their split systems offer the highest efficiency available while reducing energy bills and maximizing comfort. So choose my guys, John Rodriguez and PJ at Third Generation, along with American Standard Heating and Cooling. Don't wait for the emergency that'll cost you thousands. Call Third Generation Plumbing and American Standard. 813-961-8024. That's 813-961-8024 or thirdgenerationplumbing.com.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is coming up, so get your reservation at Cafe Paradiso. I took my honey there last year for Valentine's Day. Very, very well executed. Thank you, Paulo Tini and the great folks at Paradiso. Great, great meal. Puts everybody in the mood. Also, Genesis of Tampa, to show extra love to our customers, we have more Valentine's Day promotions coming. First of all, test drive any vehicle January 12th through 14th, so tomorrow through the weekend, and you get a free Valentine's themed t-shirt. How about that? As well as $250 off your vehicle purchase. Buy on the 14th, and you'll get $250 to cover a dinner for two that night. Woo!
When is Valentine's Day? Is that like in May?
You're pathetic. You are pathetic. And that's why you're so alone.
Hey, I'm alone because I should be alone.
Well, your singing talents will be exposed to the world here in a moment, so maybe that'll help you get a Valentine's date. Do you have a Valentine's date?
I have 3.
Oh.
I have one.
3.
Yeah,
I have on the same day, breakfast, lunch, dinner?
No, I have one the day before. I have one for brunch that day, and then I have one that evening.
Wow. Look at you.
And 2 of them are related. But I don't know if they know.
That's weird.
So.
They're like family related?
Yeah, not like mother, daughter, or sisters or anything like that.
Distant cousins.
They're former sisters-in-law.
That's way too much for me. Way too much for me. By the way, the Rays TV team is back in place. So Dwayne, B.A., Rich Hollenberg, Doug Wechter on the pregame show. So they are all back. And you can see them on MLB TV. $99 subscription for the year gets you all the Rays games streaming wise. Now, if you have a wait, turn it up.
Lock up your favorite single game tickets now and get the best seats before they're gone.
This is definitely
Call
not
Ticketmaster today.
Hit show. Definitely not. Pitching and defense.
Maybe.
No, I don't think so. Not a hit show. Pitching and defense show. That's fine. Just win, baby.
Except
Just
for the
win,
5
baby.
hole.
So, and now they'll also be on, I thought that they'd be going on a local station like the Lightning, but it doesn't appear that's going to be the case. But if you do have cable, I just signed up for YouTube TV, by the way, for my new pad, which I love. I love YouTube TV.
That's what I've got. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got that, and I believe we got all the local stations. So whatever they haven't announced which place it's going to be yet, but if you have a Spectrum, Frontier, Verizon, YouTube TV, you'll have your Rays games. I'm pretty sure. We don't know exactly where yet, but we will have those. So there you go.
JP, we also need to make a programming announcement.
We do.
Sort of. Or a company announcement, I guess. FanStream Sports Tampa Bay.
Just typically where I find out about what's going on with the company.
We need you to go to X, and we need you to follow the brand new FanStream Sports Tampa Bay X account at FanStream Tampa. Sorry, I couldn't put Bay in there. It was too long. So we're at FanStream Tampa. Sorry to all you Clearwater folks, but
yes,
it of course covers really the entire state of Florida, but mainly the Tampa region. So we're just trying to separate some of the regions. Ohio will have its brand new separate FanStream Sports X account probably before the end of the month. We're just trying to separate some of the regions a little bit and cater your interests and your local teams more to what we show you. So kind of like why we have 3 separate tabs on the website. So you can go watch Tampa stuff and you don't have to worry about the Cowboys and the Rangers or the Buckeyes and the Browns up in Ohio. So you guys go follow that. We'll follow you back. We're going to try to give you all the great program. The JP Peterson show will also be retweeted and stuff out there on that account and all of our great written content for you. So appreciate you
there
guys.
You go. Please go follow at FanStream Tampa.
Correct.
And at JP Peterson show. Follow both of those. There you go.
Yep.
Hunter Tubbs says about $80 million payroll on 25 man. So that's what counts. So we're not over 100. So we need to get over it. Early. Yeah, it's early. We'll see where it goes. Any word on the Wander front? Just some minor details.
I feel like no news is good news.
I need a rim shot for that. Just some minor details.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even catch that. Way to go under the radar.
Yeah, we're at 80. Dodgers are 400. What a great sport. Mike said, you say you're going to have Joe Madden on sometime. Yes, I ran into Joe at a charity fundraiser, the Bespoke & Company fundraiser on Friday night, which was fabulous. Really good, really fun. And yeah, he did a dinner with himself, and who else was going to be at the dinner? God, I forgot. But maybe Jason Light. Anyway, I went for like $5,000 to the Children's Cancer Center. So
nice.
Well done.
Nice.
Well done.
And Joe Madden, by the way, just a wealth of knowledge, not just for baseball in general, but baseball in Tampa. I feel like he still has his finger on the pulse of what's going on there.
No. Here's a detractor. Spinnerooney says, like sexualized Olympics, but not twerking into Super Bowl halftime. Oh, you're trying to point out some hypocrisy. I get what you're doing.
He says I didn't twerk during the Super Bowl halftime show.
No.
I was just doing it in my living room while I was watching Bob's Burgers.
By the way, I don't think we've seen women twerking at the Olympics with their ass hanging out and guys grabbing their crotch, talking and singing about anal sex with she-devils.
No, I haven't seen that. It's probably happening in the village, but we don't see it.
Yes, it is. Yeah, probably.
We don't see it, though.
But I don't think it's on TV like in prime time for my stepdaughter to see, right? So there is a difference. See what you did there, jerk?
Way to go.
You guys try. You try so hard, but you just can't because you're dumb. Good job. Mr. King says the Bucs are going to spend about 98 to 108% of the cap in cash. That leave you very limited to spend big money this season after you bring Evans back and such.
If
you bring, I think there's money there. I think there's money to be had. Rework some contracts. It's just a matter of whether you want to be aggressive or not. If this is a time to be aggressive, do you think it is? I think it is. I think it's a time to be aggressive because you know, the division still is not great. It's getting better, definitely getting better, but it's still not great. It's still not great. You have the best quarterback in the division by far. I think it's time to be aggressive. What else we got here? Mark says, late to this party. Did we discuss Charlie Woods? You damn right we did.
Yeah, we
damn
did.
right we did. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing my FSU stuff today. I wouldn't do it any other way. Although our softball team's kicking ass too.
Mm-hmm. Everything but football.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I read a report that the Seminoles were thinking about nixing their football program.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Mr. King says the Bucs will make some mediocre signings, the draft DBs and high rounds because your defense is built from the secondary. We do draft a lot of defensive backs. Second and third round last year. And it looks like Ben Morrison. I thought he was going to be a really good player. Watching him in training camp, I thought he just really looked good. Just moved a little differently. And then he got hurt. Same way he did in college. And oft injured guys don't suddenly become really durable guys, unfortunately.
No.
And that's not good. What else we got here? Joel Forsland says the Rays weren't a hit show last season, which is why we needed to shake up the lineup. And I was listening to Eric Neander talk about, last couple of years hasn't been what we wanted, so we wanted to shake it up. Yeah, I get it. That's a good idea, but when you shake it up, you got to come with some better stuff. At least in my mind, I don't like the lineup. I don't like the offseason in total. You didn't get a power hitting right-handed outfielder, which was your number one objective.
Yeah,
that was the must-have, and there were guys out there. We spent a lot of money on other stuff and ignored it. That to me just is not smart. And Big O will be in here on Friday, and we're gonna break down this roster as it is right now. And yeah, that was your number one need, and you just didn't get it. Did I say Jonah Heim signed for $1.2 million?
Doesn't seem like very much.
What am I missing there?
I love Jonah.
Like, what am I missing? How is that guy $1.2 million? I must be missing something there.
1.25 for 1 year.
Yeah. What happened there?
Well, I mean, he was hurt. You know, he had hip surgery. He's coming off of hip surgery.
Yeah.
But I mean, other than that,
doesn't
seem like a lot of money.
All right, partner, you've put it off long enough.
I didn't put it off.
Let's go. You don't want to hear me sing. Oh, Canada.
Well, no, I'm singing the Star Spangled Banner.
Home and native land. True patriot love. That's all I know.
That's not even the.
I probably screwed up the lyrics. I'm not supposed to know the Canadian national anthem. You're supposed to know the Star Spangled Banner. For sakes.
I don't know the lyrics to. I don't pay attention. I stand up. I put my hand on my heart, and
it's not Jose. Can you see? It's Oh Say Can You See? So don't give me that.
It's not Jose. Why? Yeah, who is Jose? Why is he in our song?
I don't know, but I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Give you a little backup, just to make it palatable for the people.
See, the thing about singing the Star Spangled Banner, JP,
yeah,
you got to start low, right? I'm doing this in baritone.
Hold on,
which is not my normal singing voice.
Take off my hat. Strategically can't see my receding hairline.
Strategery. Because you got to be able to hit that high note without straining too much. So you start low.
You got to start low. Yes, you do.
Everybody ready? Peterman's,
everybody
are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Better than I anticipated.
Cracking. What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare,
that's bad.
Lots of bombs in the air,
Lord.
Thanks to Naked Gun, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Big finish.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Very nice.
And the home of the brave.
One. That was outstanding.
Thank you.
That was much better than I thought.
Was it?
Better than I thought.
You used to sing in a band, right? Just not the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, that was well done. That was much better than I anticipated.
Well, thank you.
What is it? What are the reviews saying?
Wasn't warmed up or anything.
Nathan Elliott says hearing Tim sing like this is punishment that I never knew I would receive for being a loyal podcast listener. That's what you get.
That's right.
Ike thinks you have a new career.
Thank you for your loyalty. It's an old career.
Said, please don't do that again, Tim. You broke my review.
Thanks, David Terry. Totally agreed.
Tim's Valentine's is Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters.
Not this year, Rick. Not this year.
All right. Good stuff. All right, kids. That'll do it for today. I think that's enough.
I think that's enough, right?
I think that's quite enough. Have a great day, everybody. Go watch some hockey. Victor Hedman and Pontus Holmberg. Sweden versus Italy at 3:10. I will be watching. Absolutely. Have a great day, everybody. God bless America.